I'm heartbroken this morning to hear some of the things that are flying around in regards to the Black Quinces. These are things that I didn't expect to happen because this team has been doing extremely well. And mostly this team has been neglected until they were doing too well. Then they become a topic of conversation. I remember when they were going for the WAFCONQ, they were barely talked of. But when they were able to secure bronze, they became a subject matter, a center of discussion on the floor of Parliament. There are bonuses from their WAFCONQ competition that was played 3 months ago, still yet to be paid. This was the same team that people sat in Parliament, our parliamentarians, our decision makers, they sat in Parliament, eulogized them, showered all sort of approbation on them. Yes, so we still have monies to give to them. And it's not only the Black Queens. The under 20, similar thing. You go to the other junior national teams, the male national teams, it's similar thing to almost all these national teams. Their bonuses and per diems are yet to be paid. But when it comes to the Black Stars, somehow, some way, we find ways to get money and make sure that what? Everything is what? Is for food. In our game against Chad, in our game against Comoros, how much was approved by the ministry for the games to go on? More than $1 million was approved by the ministry for the games to go on. In our games against Madagascar, and then the game against Chad again in March, it was a similar situation. But then when it comes to the Black Queens, who I've read online that are being owed around $400,000, we don't find money to pay them. For the other national teams too as well, we don't find money to pay them. And the way we react to some of these matters is something that I think is shocking. These girls have worked, and it's their money, they deserve it. No sort of dialogue, no sort of talking can take their minds off the money. It's their money and they deserve it. They've seen the approach by the ministry, they've seen the approach by the government. Time and time, they have been promised the money will come, you get your money very soon, and the money never comes. And that is why I believe these girls are standing on their legs that they are not going to train until they get the money this time. Because they know that when the minister comes and stands in front of them, he's going to promise them, he goes, and the money is never coming. So this time around, they are standing on their legs, saying that if the money doesn't come, they are not going to play these games. And in all this conversation, sometimes I don't want to fault the ministry. I believe in certain ways, the ministry has failed to handle some of these issues. Look at the reports that emerged yesterday, for instance. Tony Bafo has been a center of discussion. He has been a main character throughout this discussion when the Black Queens decided to boycott training. Speaking to the girls, finding ways and means to make sure that we maneuver our way out of this complex situation. But yesterday after 11:30, when a meeting went on between the ministry and then the girls, Tony Bafo gave up. He made a tweet he made a post on Instagram that I fully support the Black Queens. Because it seems like some of the things that emerged from the meetings were distasteful. And this morning, those are the things that have become a center of discussion this morning. So the ministry might have their own shortfallings. But you know this, I don't blame them.
Yeah, that is what I say. Yeah, we cannot blame the sports ministry. As a country, what do we want to? Because if the central government will give the ministry this paltry sum as its budget for the entire year, because look, the sports minister will not pay the bonuses from his pocket or from his private companies. The state has got to, and if you are in an administrative position, sometimes you appreciate how, as the line manager or as the lead person right in front of the charges, you push, and it is not coming. Yeah. Look, the sports ministry had the lowest budget of about 65 million Ghana cedis. And when we were giving NCC in excess of 120 million Ghana cedis, Office of the Special Prosecutor, 144 million Ghana cedis. What do we expect? And I'm happy. And people are quick to make comparison. Yeah. That, the Black Stars played and they got their bonuses. The Black Stars bonuses will not be directly paid from the ministry. If the ministry is pushing and it is not. So look, we need to speak to powers. We need to speak to the central government. That successive governments have not placed premium on sports. And that is why we continue to encounter some of these things.